I think it's I think it's a mental, but it could be supernatural as well.
Alright, so who wants to
Oh,
recap?
you know what? It's in V20. It's not in Dark Ages V20.
Oh, I can do it. I can do it, kind of.
We'll kind of do it then.
Well, right then. So, Wotan was all like, alright, so y'all ramped now. We're like, alright, that's tight. And then we got on a ship, and he was the ship. I don't know, it was a little confusing. And then we rode the ship, and we talked like a scarcely small amount. And then we got to the land, and then he made his giant like lodge or whatever, and we drank and were merry or whatever, and he gave us our missions. And I'm supposed to find three acolytes, a powerful, a quick, and a wise plus old one. And then someone else was supposed to find the dude. Maybe it was a lady. I don't know. Y'all's problem is y'all's problem. And that's where we
Everyone
are.
is, or at least
Right.
figure out why he's not being driven out by.
Mitra?
Yeah, Mithras. Marco, I muted you. That was a lot of noise, man. You can unmute yourself if you need to.
I'll pull up the exact instructions he gave you because if I believe correctly, I think Mark Yanish was hit with a dominate regarding this. And I think you were too, weren't you, Andrew?
I don't recall being dominated, but it might have happened. It was really late, and I was starting to get really tired at that point, so I had to have some reminders the next day on everything. But I think I just roleplayed going along with it because of like the blood bond. But I also might have been dominated.
Right.
I don't quite remember.
Oh, hey, Andrew, real quick. Did you get the job yet, or do you know?
I don't know.
God damn it. Alright, let me know. I'm super stoked for you.
If I was dominated, that's I think a little different than if I was just like going like, yeah, I'll totally do this because of the blood bond.
I think he's looking up his notes.
Okay.
Okay, I posted a rough map of the city we'll be working in into general chat. Very rough, so if you
Okay.
want to take a look at it.
I can blow this up quite nicely. If you open it up in the browser, you can like make it pretty huge. Alright, so we're traveling to this place now, right?
I thought we were already there.
No, you guys had arrived on the shores outside, about a horizon away from the city, so you're far enough away to avoid immediate notice. And then Wutan had submerged your ship up to the prow inside of the sand. So
And
you
we're
have
to
to
go
go
in
there.
like without him, right?
Yes, he's gone. So you're going there without him. The prow marks the rendezvous location if you need to meet up with him, what have you. That's where you can wait for him. Otherwise, you'll be proceeding into the city on your own. I'm looking for that dominate instruction real quick. Hang on.
Okay, so I finally found lunacy. half or gibbous moon. Difficulties to avoid frenzy increase by 2. When it's full, increases by 3. Crescent moon, it's 1. So, waxing? Nothing, I guess?
Yeah, it's waxing, which is the first upward towards the crescent, or before the first half moon even. So wait, no, I guess waxing is after the half moon? I don't know enough about lunar cycles, but suffice to say there's no penalty tonight, it's just a crescent. And it's not even a full crescent yet. It's been literally 3 days since the new moon. Okay, what he said to you is, he said it to you directly, Callum. You will track down Germanicus. You will identify and entrap him. You will not destroy him. To this end, I have brought the 2 Latins to give you insight into his tactics and to his temperament. He was a Latin champion in life, and he carries that sense of honor with him into his eternal life. Do this, and you will have proven yourself worthy of the lordly power I have blessed you with. Fail, and I will reclaim it. Rest assured, you are being tested, and I am watching you. But I don't see a dominate here, so there's no dominate roll.
Okay.
Alright, so I think that about sums everything up. And so you arrived on the beaches of Horizon out from the fortress city of Iska, with its 20-foot-high wooden wall. Peering ahead, you see plainly in the light from the torches that the city gates are closed for nightfall. But for the ebb and flow of the sandy shores and the howls of wolves far away, the night is quiet. Gaius, in the sound of the waves coming and going, you can almost make out the voice of the sea whispering to you, "Come and I."
Can you say that louder? I didn't really hear it.
Come and find me, is what it said.
A game of hide and seek. What are we, children?
Who are you speaking to?
You don't hear them. Children of the sea.
You just get a kind of odd, look from Callum. He's not sure what to make of this.
We're just gonna kind of look at him and step back a foot, and then take a look at the city.
All you can see pretty much are just large wooden fences at this point. The walls are 20 feet high. You do see light emanating from within the city, kind of a beacon into the heavens, just from the torchlight and what have you. But other than that, you don't really see much else. What is your perception alertness?
Who?
Britta, she's asking.
Am I rolling it? I have 3 perception and 1 alertness.
No, I just want to know the size of your pool. Okay, 3 perception, 1 alertness. From this distance, you're just able to see that there are torches along the wall. But other than that, you can't really tell any real details from here. Remember, it is like a full horizon away from you guys, so you still have a pretty decent 15 or 20 minute jaunt for you guys.
Okay. Shall we, my compatriots?
Alright.
Does anyone have common sense?
I don't think anybody took that.
And what?
He's asked if
sense,
anyone
the
has
merit?
the common sense merit.
Nope.
Wait, what time is it?
It's nightfall. Because you're vampires.
So I have all night to do this?
Not all night. You guys were on a boat and then just arrived here, so you had come from a prior shore earlier this evening. You're probably around halfway, maybe even 60% through the night if you had to guess. And you do have to guess, because we don't have clocks.
Yeah. And nobody has that, merit for telling time. Um, so I'm gonna look at the others and say, what's our story?
Wait, are you talking to the two Latins or to me?
All three. I'm addressing the collective.
Which one would you like me to start with?
I mean,
Nice.
we have instructions. I don't know what your life was like, but mine has been gifted anew, and I intend to honor and respect that, and help this creature, whatever he may be, and learn more about what has become of us. And if this is what he wants us to do, I'm going to do it. In order to accomplish this, we must have some sort of believable tale.
I just want to throw out there, he told you guys to find Germanicus. All of you know who that is, just based off of being either a native of this land and knowing that like 100 years ago, I have to look up when exactly, it might have been actually 60, so yeah, it would have been about 60 years ago. He stomped through your land, or he is a legendary general from Rome, so the Latins also know him. So keep that in mind. This is not a random person he asked you guys to find. This is a very famous person who has not been seen in many, many a year.
Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
We're talking a fame 4 or 5, guys.
So yeah, looking at the others, well,
I think I am relatively well known for all that counts. I am a druid. After my family was butchered by the Romans, I took my brother away from our burning village, and I went to the island, to the Council of Druids, and I joined their number. I grew quickly in knowledge and in power, and then I returned to wage war upon the Romans, and obviously lost, sort of. I have another chance to fight, and I intend to make good use of it.
and this is what you intend to tell the people within, gesturing at the city.
Oh, well, no, not for them.
That is what I'm asking.
Well, if you would like, I can be your prisoner, or if you would like, I can go in as, what are they called? Auxiliary?
Other ideas?
They don't have women auxiliaries. They don't have women soldiers.
Ha! Explains why they'll be crushed.
She said to no one in particular.
I'm looking at the Romans. Well, what do you think?
I think a lot of things.
You speak too much.
Then speak them plainly.
Gaius would just kind of smile. He doesn't really answer the question. He just kind of finds the questions funny.
Oh my god. Okay. Callum is just kind of like, alright. And then, Yanish, he's not communicating with us at all.
No, he is. He's just kind of. He is. He's just kind of. he doesn't talk much, and he just doesn't like it when people talk. So he doesn't.
Are you there, Marco?
Oh, I believe he is.
What about priestesses? Do your kind have priestesses?
We have all kinds of priestesses. Which ones do you want to talk about?
We know we know the name of this city, don't we?
One of the voices in your head tells you to tell her about the Vestal Virgin.
Out of character. Who is that again?
Oh, goodness. They are essentially like the equivalent of shrine maidens. They are priestesses of temples and the like, virginal, that are, just like you would a nun, married to the god or goddess they represent.
Okay, so they're like the oracles. 300 basically.
Yes, but without any magical power. They're usually like the nobles of patrician families and the like.
Okay. Yeah, he would go ahead and explain that to her slightly, or as best as he could, because he's not very religious, so he doesn't know a whole lot about them.
How are you going to have more priestesses if the priestesses don't have children? I don't know how Rome is still operating, but alright, Vestal Virgin. I'm supposed to be a virgin now? Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what Marco posted there. I'm kind of trying to delve into the same kind of information. I was like, do we know of this place? Like, what do we know about it, if anything?
What is Britta's stamina and athletics pool?
Stamina 2, athletics 2.
Okay, no, you could pass. You could pass. If you were this 6-foot-tall warrior princess thing, then there's no way anyone's believing you're a Roman, but you could pass with that.
I have Dex 3, so I'm more of a Dex fighter. Although, this does kind of put a crimp in my plan to get my sword reforged here.
Okay, so you guys are on this beach, and you're just chatting, and no one's got a plan.
Well, we also had questions.
No questions. Go on.
Yeah, so I was trying to ask, like, what do we know about the city? Marco just posted he wants to know if he can roll for, like, knowledge on the city, like patrols, fortifications, anything like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let me go over the city again. We went over it at the very end of the game last session. I think everyone was tired. I'll just let you all know, you don't need to roll for knowing about Iska. The natives and the legionnaires all know about Iska. It's essentially like almost like a Vegas or an R&R location for for Roman soldiers in Britannia. This is where they come to blow off steam or have their R&R. It's got a number of amenities. It's home to over 5,000 people at any given time. Remember, a legion would come here and stay here at a time. A legion could be up to 1,000 men. It's a pretty bustling city here. They've got multiple amenities that you've heard of. About a bathhouse complex with 4 different buildings, each with a different temperature. It's got an amphitheater with gladiatorial matches. In the harbor, it's got a harbor where they bring in goods to the market. There's a slave market where they import and export slaves, and obviously Celts. So, very large city. Think of it as akin to not a full-on metropolis, but it's definitely a hub here in southern Britannia. And it's a gateway to the western frontier as well.
Now that you say all that, I do remember you describing this. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that. Okay. With them, like, not offering up any ideas whenever I asked, and just kind of like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna, oh, whatever, the other silent, and her is just like, I'm gonna tell them my life story. Okay, whatever, let's just go then. We'll figure it out as we go, and I just start walking off.
Hope you're not too attached to that blood.
first of all, I thought we were doing introductions all around. Second of all, might be sassy for a warrior. That's a quick turn for you, isn't it? Alright, hold on. Let's make sure that we're in appropriate garb. Would you wash that load off of you, you fool, before you go in there? If they see the blue on you, they'll know you for sure. Maybe put some clothes on, just a thought.
Well, I do have, like, the cloak around me. That's all I've got.
Okay, well, your ding-dong's hanging out, so put something on.
I have a cloak on me.
It is a nightmare skin. It is not a cloak. It can be used as a cloak, but make no mistake, it looks like you have a monster on your back.
What am I supposed to do is all I've got. I know, I'm naked, like, I've got nothing. I've got literally nothing.
Gaius would probably hand you his fur poncho that he's wearing to kind of cover your dingling up.
Hey, we have common ground.
Well, yeah, I mean, because the skin is like, it was from, I'm assuming it's from a guru or something like that. It's like, the way you described
I've never
it.
seen a creature like this before. It is out of character. It would be akin to a guru. It would
Yeah, that's what I'm
probably
saying, out of character.
Out of character, yes. In character, you've not seen this thing before, and
Yeah.
you're frightened at the prospect of ever facing one down.
I have a quick question.
I mean, it's kind of terrifying, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, you know, of course this guy who could raise people from the dead has whatever this thing is, this skin that he wears, and, like, he gave it to me, like, passingly. He probably has several more.
I have a quick question. Currently,
I
what?
went into battle naked, like, I was ready to fight. So, and the cold isn't really bothering me. So, like, this whole ordeal is like, oh, well, I gotta start getting clothes. I gotta come up with a story on why I'm naked with these guys.
You are drunk.
You could be a slave.
Vestal virgins have protectors. I recall women aren't allowed to walk anywhere around without a man saying they can. Well, shouldn't he be my guardian or whatever?
So does Gaius offer up that whole, like, you could be a slave thing? Like, are you gonna suggest that?
You would, yeah.
So between Guardian, I don't know who you're offering this Guardian, but, like, between that, like, okay, there we go, we have a starting point. You know, alright, I'll be a slave. One of them is your Guardian, and let's go from there.
Does either of you have the clout to get in with this Germanicus guy? She gestures to Latin.
Well, Gaius was an ex-Venator soldier, which is he's a soldier with special privileges. He doesn't have to actually stand in rank or do any of that kind of stuff.
I'm very familiar with Rome, so I could easily fit in position of being in the Guardian.
Okay. So whose slave am I?
Gladius's.
Yeah, I would probably imagine Gaius's, because I don't think Hebrews were really holding rank with the Romans anyway.
Okay.
Point of clarification, looks like not canonically, in reality, Germanicus lived through AD 19, so it's actually been close to a century since he rode roughshod through the land. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, so it's one of those things like grandparents talk about it.
Well, here's what we need to do. We need to get in, find some base of operations somewhere we can sit and prepare, plan our hunt.
Okay. Let's go.
Alright, we'll start marching off towards the city, I guess.
else have any other preparations they would like?
Nope, I'm just going to, I guess while we're walking up to the city, I will have Protean 1 active so that I can see, but when we get closer, I don't want to have, like, glowing red eyes, you know?
Snuff them out of the mortal's view. Okay.
Yeah. Like, when we get closer, be like, okay, now I need to turn this off, and, like, there's probably going to be, like, torchlight and stuff like that anyway. Not too much, but, you know, enough to where when we get closer, I won't be looking like a horrible monster.
Okay. All right. If nothing else, then we'll go ahead and advance to the gate. You guys walk about 20 to 30 minutes till you reach the city gate, the western gate there. I'm sorry, the eastern gate. You reach the eastern gate, and you see that it has the gate is closed for the evening. There are guards posted on top of the gate at gatehouses. They are manning the walls there, and they're looking down. As you approach the gate, one of them calls out to you in Latin, "Who goes there?"
Alan remains silent. He barely understands Latin anyway, so, and he's trying to take up the role of, like, the slave, so he's going to be quiet for all this.
Gaius would speak up. You would mention his name, Gaius Eduardo Sola.
"Who are you with?" He calls back to you.
He elbows the Hebrew.
I offer them a centurion salute.
Marco, are you present for this game?
Yes.
Andrew, did you take him off mute? You said you muted him earlier.
He can unmute himself.
No, I'm off mute. Can you hear me?
I just unmuted you.
Oh.
The rest of us could hear him the whole time.
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you muted him because he made a lot of noise earlier and you forgot.
Yeah, it was my
A lot of sense, though.
My fault, man.
yeah, it's alright. It was my dogs. I just put them outside.
I feel very foolish now. I am so sorry.
Okay, so you offer a centurion salute. He calls down to you, "Name and rank."
All right, I'm gonna have to pull from some knowledge because as a player, I don't know legitimate rank.
You would want to know basically what legion you're with,
Mhm.
and then your rank in that legion, even if you're just a baseline legionnaire.
Okay.
But what he's looking for is that he's going to obviously check in and see if this is a person within that legion that is supposed to be here.
Gaius would say Legio 9 Hispania.
He looks down at you. "You're not supposed to arrive with the Legion until tomorrow. Is the Legion arriving early then?"
No. I don't answer to anyone. He does have enchanting voice, I think, so as a merit. I don't know if that does anything.
It only does something if you're intending to use it in some way. So are you attempting to charm him, to legitimately convince him that you don't have a commanding officer? What angle are you trying here? Because
Well, Gaius was sent to train, so basically he would say that he is I guess whatever the equivalent to like a platoon sergeant would be for the Romans is what he would state.
so he's saying that he was sent to train others here or to train here?
Train in Britannia in general.
Like he's a trainer or a trainee?
Trainer. To train how to sneak around the savages in the woods. And that he's brought these two slaves for sale.
I understand that, he says, but Where's your legion? Are you training these savages?
No, I am training you.
Sick burn, man.
He looks genuinely perplexed. Are we to expect the legion early or not then?
You are to expect me early. Where is your commanding officer?
I shall go and find him. Wait here.
Do that.
He whispers something in Latin to another gate guard. Perception alertness from everyone. This is a hearing check. I don't know if anyone's got heightened senses active.
I didn't activate off. So, perception and what else? Alertness?
Perception alertness, this will be a difficulty 8. It's whispered.
I botch.
Oh! 2 successes.
I'm pretty sure he just insulted my mother. Or something else.
To be fair, you're trying to be a slave, so you must be doing a damn good job.
Okay, Callum hears nothing. Britta and Gaius both hear him whisper to the other guard in Latin. If they try to leave, cut them down.
You try to cut me down, and you face serious consequences.
He glares back at you.
Gaius glares back.
Okay, time passes. Is anyone doing anything?
As they're like, he's leaving, he's gonna do his thing in the like reprieve that we have where we're just like waiting. Callum is going to try to quietly speak up to Gaius, just enough to where he can hear, just be like, get his attention. I don't want to like get the other guard. He might try to hear me whispering or whatever, but I'm trying not to catch attention. So what he'll say is, if you want, you can try to sell me. I don't know how likely it is that I'll stick around for any new owners, but I just kind of give him a little shrug.
Gaius would place his finger to his lips in more of like a shushing sound. And then chuckle. He'd be subtle about it, of course.
That was all I had, though. I don't know if they hear that, if he can hear whispering from up on his wall.
If he heard anything, he doesn't respond. He seems bored more than anything.
Yeah, it sounds like a boring job. Otherwise, I just wait.
Okay, time passes, and then the previous Roman returns with another man in tow. This is a smaller, more squat-looking man. He's still quite tall because you have to be a legionnaire, but as far as legionnaires go, he's kind of small, short of stature. I am Lucius Menius Octobranius. Who are you?
Gaius would
Point at
salute.
Gaius.
Gaius salutes, and then he states his name. Gaius Eduardo Sola, of the Legio 9 Hispania.
The Ninth Legion. They're not supposed to be here until tomorrow. Is the Legion arriving early?
No, I am.
Why are you not with your Legion?
It was my fault. I required transport, and only the Ninth Legion could be trusted.
He holds up a finger and doesn't even look at you.
Oh my god.
Gaius will speak up, and then he goes, "Forgive my, the woman. She speaks out of turn, but it is her fault." And then he gestures for her to speak. She will explain.
Proceed, he says to you.
She grips her hands into knuckles so tight they start bleeding. Then she says, "Our temple. We had some priestesses who were supposed to be moved around, and I was sent here. I am to serve the gods as instructed. I believe that you need more protection."
We've no need of priestesses here. We have a series of statues and shrines to the gods, of course, as is befitting. But no, we don't have proper temples here.
I am to maintain the entire temple area. They are planning to build new temples here, but the men are not supposed to know yet. I'm here to assist in that.
And who has sent you?
My understanding is that the orders have been lost on the way, but the leader of my temple is very specific, and enough so for them to send a member of the Ninth Legion to protect me and escort me here, along with a slave, of course, to assist me.
Okay, roll a manipulation subterfuge.
At her mention of slave, I'm gonna bow deeply to try and sell the illusion. I don't know if that helps or not, but he's playing the part. I do have dots in both expression and performance.
I need all the help I can get because I literally have only one die. I wasn't trying to do manipulation. I was trying to just lie. But, okay, here we go. I don't need any of your staff.
Can I assist her in that? I do have 3 in subterfuge and 3 in manipulation.
I mean, you can lie, but she's the one lying here.
Yeah, if you had bothered, then that would have... Yeah, sure, but... No one wanted to give this guy a convincing story, so here we are.
Hey, look, I tried to come up with a story. You guys didn't have any ideas.
A 6 is fair. I did not actually even name the god or anything. So, okay.
She is a servant of Mars.
Something is amiss here. Come back tomorrow during the day and we'll process you appropriately. We'll get in touch with your commanding officer when the Legion arrives, and we'll straighten this all out. You should be okay at making camp, right, trainer?
Camp. I was sent here to train soldiers, not make camp on the side of a beach.
Then train them to make camp, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I wish we would leave the swine where they are. We'll find our own way in.
Guys, odds. Salutes the Legionnaire. Steps back.
He salutes as well, and then leaves the wall.
I do the same, but I only end my salute once the leader has ended his.
Okay, so where do you guys go? Are you just retreating back from the gate?
Yeah, just far enough to where they wouldn't be able to conceivably hear us.
Okie doke. You guys back away far enough from the torchlight to where you're in darkness again. Let me know your next move.
I'm gonna look at the others and say, I am confident get inside. But we are to be not so harsh. People need to be alive to give information. I could take one, snatch him up, drag him out here, get in slowly, and I kind of grin.
Yeah, not real clear on how that helps us, though.
If he knows something. What do I don't care about this legion that's coming by. We have a goal. We have things that we are here to accomplish. And if they know something, just eat them one by one until they tell us everything we need to know.
I just want to point out to Gaius, who has not informed necessarily everyone else, the Ninth Legion is the legion that killed all of you.
Well, Gaius had amnesia, so I'm not sure he would know that.
You recall your rank and that you were with your legion. You just don't recall what it was you were doing. You don't have specific memory, but you do recall that you were in the Ninth Legion.
I am aware. I distinctly recall that we recognized the Ninth Legion's banners or whatever whenever we were being killed.
Right, okay.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, I was actually at war with the Ninth Legion, so yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so you may not care, but there is a personal angle there for everyone as well, just so you're all
Yeah.
aware.
We all died because of them. And the guy leading them. So, possibly, he will be here tomorrow. They are scheduled to be here tomorrow, so, there's a time limit.
I have a question. Would I be able to assess, so where it's nighttime, they're supposed to be here tomorrow, us presumably in the morning time. Could I make a survival check to guesstimate how far away they could possibly be from us, the Ninth Legion?
Yeah, I think go ahead. You can make a survival check with that, sure. I guess it would be an intelligence survival?
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's just go with a difficulty of 7.
That's a way of survival that I've not seen used yet.
Nope.
Congratulations.
You're not sure. About a day's ride away. Or a day's march.
How high up is this wall again?
It would be about the lengths of 4 people, or around 20 feet if we're benchmarking.
I could totally get in there easy.
We
You
could
can climb up there with feral claws.
Feral claws, I've got dots in stealth, this is not a problem for me.
I'm also fairly comfortable with sneaking in. I believe I have some new abilities.
I found in the thrill of the fight that I was capable of things far greater than what I was before. My strength and speed were enhanced. It was instinctual. If this legion comes tomorrow, perhaps we can hide ourselves as those among them. Maybe.
Should be silly.
Go ahead.
That's all he would say.
Maybe as late arrivals, we would have to...
The city's large and decadent. I can climb over the wall fairly easily, taking a rope with me. You guys follow in, and we'll pretend to be, I don't know, bootlickers.
Yes. Exactly, that's what I'm suggesting, is that we go in under the cover of many, many others. They won't notice.
Just a free common sense here. There were gate guards posted along the walls, so there will be people looking down the walls. They're probably bored people, but this isn't going to be as simple as you're making it out. You're not going to be able to just throw a rope down and bring everyone up without killing people.
I was
Not
totally planning on
supposed to kill people.
murdering somebody.
Quick question.
Oh yes, please. Let's create some bodies.
Is there? Can we see from where we're at? Are we capable of seeing? I'm looking at the map. Are we able to see boats in the harbor? Now, is the wall? Does it go into the water, or does it just kind of like go around?
The beach line. There's the water. There is a beach line coast with docks, and then there is a gate there. So there is a maritime gate. There's two of them, if that's what you're talking about. No, there is no exposure there. There is a wall that is slightly offset from the coast dock area.
Because I was thinking we could probably go around, out of sight, come around the corner, and go approach from the docks as if we have gotten off one of the boats or come off one of the boats.
And just blend in and pretend like we belong there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Like,
I can also...
how are y'all at swimming?
I'm comfortable with it. I can create a distraction at a nearby gate if you would like.
Not necessary for either plan.
I thought to distract people from the docks. Granted, all the villages I've lived in with docks have been much smaller, and there have been people living nearby, but I thought it might be prudent.
Move in under the cover of the arrival of many.
Yes, but I don't plan on strolling onto the shore at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, or high sun, or whatever.
I trust in this Wardenan that what he says is true and that the sun will scourge us.
Me as well. That's why I'm saying get in now. Don't wait for the Ninth Legion to arrive tomorrow.
Boy, if only someone had dominate, right? Or even presence.
Now, I have summoned spirits. Let me summon a tiger over here. We'll, sneak into one of the boats. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Hey, look, it's okay for us to have, holes in how we approach things. That makes it interesting.
Titus does have dementation. He can make the guards go mad, maybe.
Hey, there's a hint.
I don't see how it helps, but okay. Make them crazy. That is quite a distraction, though, so... I don't know how much you have in dementation.
He's only got one. He's got 2 in Auspex, 2 in Obfuscate, and 1 in Dementation.
Yeah, that one... I think, with most of the powers, you have to, talk to people to do that, to use it.
Inesh has I'm sorry, no, not Inesh. Gaius has Obfuscate too.
Yes, he does.
There's another possible interest.
Oh, it's not a question if we can get past, the humans. It's everybody getting past them. Because I am comfortable enough that I have enough stealth that I can probably get past people. I am comfortable at sneaking and ambushing. It's his thing. And he has similar abilities, but, not everybody does. Looking at Britta.
I am comfortable getting in on my own. I have plenty of things available to me. I just don't have ways of sharing them. I can fly over the wall.
Wait did you learn you could fly?
Wait, what?
How do you fly?
Shit, I knew I should have proved Spiritus.
I think I just found the perfect title for this news video.
What's that?
Oh,
I
you
can
can
fly over
fly?
the wall.
Wait, you can fly?
And yes, it's more like falling with style.
Look. Speaking of flight, I just want to point out that the flight discipline doesn't say anything about needing to have actual wings to learn it. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, how tall are the trees around here? Are they taller than the wall?
There are no trees immediately near the walls.
Well, doy.
There are
I
no
mean-
trees for a while around here, probably because they cut all the trees down to make the walls.
Alright, you're killing me, Smalls. How tall are the nearby trees? Are we talking like little trees? Are we talking like pine trees? Are we talking mangroves? What kind of a tree are we looking at here?
There are no trees in your immediate vicinity because you are at a beach. If you were to go to a forest, you would find trees that are native to the deciduous climate. I'm guessing pine trees, a couple oak trees here and there.
Oh my god, thank you. Jesus. Yes, so that's fine. I assume I can see them from where I'm standing, and that's great because oak trees are insanely tall and also have religious significance, so bonus. So I am comfortable getting in on my own. Do y'all just want to meet inside? Sorry, let me blur that up for you. The guy.
What?
She's looking up for the god she follows. Not too closely, apparently.
Screw you, man. She was in Diablo 2. Andraste, that's right. Sorry, I haven't played in them.
You mean Dragon Age?
They're in both.
No, that's Andariel. Andariel is in Diablo 2.
Scrub. Andraste leads
It's also-
my path.
it's also
I have a
more
way
nice.
in. Yeah. Andraste lights my way in. I know my path, but I can take none with me. Can everyone else get into the city?
Eunice just nods.
Let Minerva take you into the city. Hermes will guide me. Or Mercury, sorry.
I mean, Hermes is the god of travelers. It fits.
Well, Mercury is
the Roman.
You right.
Doesn't matter, I gave him points either way for Hermes. I was like, hey, way to go. Some RP up in here.
Might take this to mean we shall find our way inside individually.
Unless you have need to stick together. I would not lose the only brave Briton here, besides myself.
And the plan once we're inside.
To meet up where all of the Romans are drunk on wine, that way we can find each other with minimal threat.
Again, major bustling city. It's not a military encampment where they're all going to be drunk at once and out for you to slit their throats. They have barracks and dormitories and guards posted, even at night. So just, you may want to plan more, guys. I'm trying to be nice here right now.
We will meet at the harbor.
The harbor seems like a very large stretch. Let's say the southeast harbor.
We will be easy to find one another.
Very well. Get closest to the water and closest to this gate once you're inside the city. Inside the harbor.
sounds fun.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone's resolved then. So to sum up, everyone is going to take their own individual route to get over the gate or inside the gate, and then they're going to meet up on the inside, right next to the harbor gate, the maritime gate.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway.
There are two of those gates. You will want to pick one.
I said southeast most one.
Okay.
So where the harbor master office is?
And that's what I'm assuming. Nearby that, because that's southeast.
Our characters haven't actually gone into the city, so we don't know what we're flying into, but that's why my character would have specified southeast, closest to the water, closest to this gate.
It's the closest one to us. That's where we currently, at the very least, it's close. Yeah, I got you.
Given Gaius' history, I'm perfectly fine with him having been to this city before. So if he wants to speak as if he has, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he would probably say go to the merchant's quarter, which would be to the southwest. As it would be more of like a market square, you'd be less noticed there.
In the dead of night? That does sound wiser. Very well, we shall meet there. Southwest corner. Yet again, you prove your value, Gaius.
Of course I did. And he smiles.
Okay. Way to go, guys. Let's, who wants to go first?
I can go whenever.
Okay.
If someone else wants to go ahead, go right on ahead.
I can go ahead and go last.
Okay. Then let's just go ahead and start with Callum. Callum, how are you getting beyond these walls?
I liked the harbor entry idea. It plays to my strengths with both stealth and swimming, so that's a thing I'm gonna do.
Okay, so remind me again what your plan here is. You're going to go into the harbor, and then when you're at the gate, what are you doing?
What I'm going to do is we're nearby the east entrance. And nearby it. So I'm gonna walk towards the beach and go into the water, right? And I'm going to swim into the water, and I don't need to hold breath anymore. I'm gonna swim underwater, kind of big loop up into the dock, and just try to emerge into the dock and just climb out and hopefully not be seen as I just make my way into the city.
Okay, go ahead and, so you're just going to go ahead and go off the side here. I assume you'll basically stealth up the coast so that you're not spotted by the gate guard as you go into the water next to the dock area and then swim your way over there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be far enough out where I'm not close enough to the gate where they're gonna immediately spot me. I don't mind taking a little extra time and having to make a big arc swimming through the water.
Okay, make a dex stealth for me. Difficulty 5.
Oh my god. 5 successes. Actually 6 with the 10.
Okay, you slip into the water easily as you crest over the beach and then slip into the water with nary a sound. Go ahead and make a strength athletics for me. You're trying to muffle your sound, and additionally, it's harder to swim now because you don't breathe. It's a DC of 7.
Four successes with that 10.
Okay, you're able to swim up underneath one of the docks. What do? You can emerge from the water if you would like.
Well, first kind of like looking around to make sure there's no one looking at me. You know, just kind of being wary before I do all that.
You do see torches up on the wall ahead of you. There's the light from the torches, but otherwise the docks area is pretty dead at this time of night.
Okay. So I'll rise up out of the water, allow myself to just kind of like drip off a little bit, you know, wipe some of the water out, and then just kind of just walk right on in, and just try to stay out of like direct light.
Okay, you do see that there are now two, again, gates. They're smaller gates than the one at the front, but there are gates with guards posted there before you are able to enter the city. They are closed.
Okay. And they're like up on the wall?
Yeah, there are guards posted up on the wall. They're honestly barely even looking. Sometimes they glance back over and take a look at the harbor area, but they seem more interested in watching what's going on in the city.
How high, is it the same height up here?
Yeah, it's a uniform height of 20 feet.
Okay. Can I, the wall, what, I'm imagining like, wooden beams, like, lined up together.
Long wooden beams. That's exactly it. They're wooden walls. In places where they could, if the trees were available, they would make them out of the just long logs of trees, which is probably possible given the foliage in Britain, but I haven't done enough research to make sure. So they could also construct them out of wooden slats or, you know, like 2x4s if that's what they needed to make the wood out of.
Okay. So I am going to, I'm going to grow claws and on my hands and feet and climb this wall, scale it,
Okay.
trying
Off
to
a
do
point of
so.
blood.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and try scaling the wall. It would be a strength athletics. Ordinarily, it would be a difficulty of 9. You bring that down with your claws, I believe, by 2, right?
I thought it gives me extra dice.
Does it only give you extra dice?
Yeah, it's 2 extra dice. I'm pretty sure I can double check.
It should really lower the difficulty because it provides you an actual means of climbing. Otherwise, you can't climb this. There's nowhere to put your hands. But if you've got things you can dig in,
Dice pool for climbing rolls increases by 2.
alright, well, let's go ahead and call it an 8, I guess.
It's strength athletics.
Strength athletics. Do you want a buff before? Nope.
No. Okay, so with the 10, that's 4 successes.
Okay. You are
I'm
able
getting
to
good rolls.
scrabble your way up this wooden wall.
I'm trying to be quiet, dude. I'm trying to. So do I need to roll a separate stealth roll with that?
Yeah, you'll need another stealth roll there. Let's go with a Dex stealth, and I'm gonna say it's a DC of 8 as well.
Okay, that's
3, it looks like.
yeah.
Okay, you're able to keep it fairly muffled, and you scrabble your way up this wall, and you manage to crest over the wall. Now, there are 2 guards to either side of you, probably around, I'd say maybe 20 feet from you in either direction. They both have torches. You are just outside the radius of their intense light, but you could still be dimly seen here. What
Yeah.
do you do? They haven't spotted you yet.
Yeah, I want to get out of their LOS as soon as I can. Like, you know, I don't want to be like out in the open exposed. So I'm gonna try and just drop down.
Just drop off the wall. Okay.
Yeah. It's like 20 feet though, so do I have
Yeah,
anything?
fall 20 feet. Let me look up planning damage. I don't suppose you know fall damage offhand.
I know it's bashing damage until you get to like.
It is a D10 per every 10 feet.
Oh, okay. I think you can negate it with at least part of it with like acrobatic stuff if you have it.
That's
But
D&D.
the closest thing I have is
Soak
athletics.
2. No, it's bashing damage, soak 2, and you have fortitude. I'm not concerned. This is a chance for you to flex.
Okay, I'm good. 2 successes.
Okay? With a crunch, you land. You stand up undamaged.
Do they notice me?
Let me look here where you dropped in. You took did you go to the southeast or the southwest gate?
I probably would have gone through west since we established we're going kind of in that area.
Okay,
Closer to it.
then you've actually dropped into what looks like a residential neighborhood. Wait, what the hell happened here?
I'm not hearing anything from the bot.
Oh, well, it absolutely started playing something.
It did. He paused it, I think.
Oh, it had it muted for me. Like, it not muted, but like had the volume of the bot turned all the way down.
Oh, Holly did that intentionally.
Oh.
Right, and after my speech about how I thought I could rely on the honor system, of course it's my wife, right?
Right?
It was fitting music. We needed something. He was stealth again. It was Metal Gear Solid caution music. Come on.
Okay, it's fine, but we have to warn people first. People have to adjust their volume levels on the bot. Like, I have to set mine to like 7%.
Yeah, because the bot can be really loud depending on your volume settings.
I just assumed he'd already said it because it sounded like just the right level to me. My bad.
I had mine on 0. So I didn't even hear it. I just saw that it joined.
Oh, well, I can fix that. You want me to hit play again?
No.
No, please
never
don't.
played Metal Gear Solid ever, and don't care to, so I wouldn't even get it.
Yeah, don't. Please don't. It's okay. I'll do the music when it's appropriate, but otherwise, guys, please don't use the bot. Don't make me set up controls on it. I don't want to waste time doing that. Please don't make me do that.
It's Holly who's doing it.
One time. One time.
Never gonna live this down. You know that. It only takes one time. That's it. So with
Okay.
that said,
So you descended into what looks to be a residential neighborhood. It is actually very quiet here. This would be where merchants that live here and work here come to raise their families in. They live in this area and they work in the market.
and nobody like noticed me. Like they didn't hear the crunch. No one's like, the guards aren't like, what was that? You know, like coming
This
like
isn't a-
shining their torchlight.
This isn't an area of high activity during the evenings. This is a residential neighborhood, so they're not going to be focusing a whole lot of torchlight or attention in this area. People are trying to sleep. It's only if there's a very big commotion, which there may be some attention coming now that you've made a bit of a commotion, but no one's actually paying attention to it right now. They're going to be paying more attention to the entertainment areas or the barracks where there's more likely to be rowdy people.
Okay, well then I guess I picked I picked the right one to go.
Yeah, probably the only spot to really pick.
I got lucky there. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is try to just get away from the gate. Once I'm away from the gate and just able to just kind of get outside of that area, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable just walking through the city if I need to, wherever I need to go.
Okay, just a reminder, you are wearing the pelt of a nightmare. So you.
I know. I'm gonna find clothes when I can.
Okay, just you probably don't want to be seen wearing just this, and then you're. Well, I don't know if your paint washes off in the water.
The paint might, but the tattoos definitely won't.
Oh, that's right. You got the tabs too.
Yeah, I am all tatted up. Like, he is... He has a very distinctive appearance.
Okay, so go ahead and make a dex stealth as you sneak through this community. You're getting away from the gate, and then what's your plan?
Would in this circumstance, would Swift apply?
Sure, I'll give it to you.
What's my difficulty?
Oh, sorry, just 6.
Okay, so 5 successes.
Okay, you're able to make it through without any notice. Where are you going, and what are you doing?
Alright, so I am moving into this merchant's quarter, deeper into this, like, kind of residential area I find myself in. We're supposed to be meeting up around here somewhere, so if I can, before the others arrive, because I'm assuming that my trip here might have taken probably the longest, or at least have been more, because of my swing around, all that stuff, it probably takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to be actually on the lookout for, like, maybe there's, like, a home with, like, an open window or something like that that I could, like, easily go into. Or if there's, I don't know, I am very aware that I need to clothe myself somehow, so I'm looking out for ways in which I can do that.
You can find a home that has an open window easily. Additionally, as you get further into this merchant's quarter and more towards the north of the city, the north of this district, you start seeing lodgings for travelers and the like. Inns and bars with different names in, well, actually, I don't think you speak, you don't read Latin, do you?
No, I can't read.
Okay, so some of them have symbols to indicate what they have there, like a wine, one of them has a wine bottle, another has a flagon, one of them has a bed, but then all the signs are in Latin. But you can tell from the lights inside and the sound that these are bustling establishments.
Okay. Which is a place I might visit when I can put something on, at the very least.
So, where did you all agree to meet?
It was in the merchant's quarter.
Yeah, there was no specific place, because we don't know this place. Just like somewhere in the merchant's quarter, we're gonna have to find each other. It's gonna be kind of a...
Southeast corner. That'd have been what I had suggested, was meet in the southeast corner of wherever we're going.
Okay, so, but that's still kind of vague enough to where you might have to do a little bit of walking around.
This was not well thought out. I hope you guys encounter one another.
I'm not super worried about it.
It's a grid, man. It's fine. We're gonna be fine.
Are you saying Roman cities are constructed well?
No.
They have good city planning?
No, I said
It's
they are
almost
constructed in a predictable manner. They like squares.
It's almost like that's one of the things that made them successful.
They did invent roads, so.
It's like, yeah, they made highways.
Okay. Who's going next?
Look, Cal, I'm a little disturbed at your sudden turn to supporting the Romans, but whatever. Good luck.
Supporting Romans in character. In fact, I never said anything about hating them either. So,
I
who's
just
going?
assumed from all the brains that you splattered of theirs.
No, I just like killing. Who's infiltrating next?
I can go next.
Okay, Gaius, what do you do?
Gaius would go to the guards, and he would attempt to tell them a joke, while also inflaming, specifically... Where is it? He's going to use dementation on them.
You approach the gate again. Oh, it's you again. You were told to come back tomorrow.
I just want to tell you a joke. And he points to it. He just points. He's like, "Fine, I'll tell you." He's like, "Liber is acting up over there in the corner."
I'm sorry, what? Say that again?
Liber is acting up in the corner.
Fiber?
Liber is the Roman equivalent to Dionysus.
Wait, what? That's Bacchus.
It's also called Liber. Yeah.
I never heard that name.
I just did a Google search just now, and they both show up. Liber and Bacchus, both.
Wow, learn something new every day. I can't believe I got through school and never heard that term.
I haven't either. I actually Googled it before I came up with the joke.
It's the #1 Google search result. Gives it some credence.
Okay, so say the line again. Liber is doing what now?
Liber is in the corner acting up.
What corner?
And he points.
I
Just a random corner.
corner of what? Corner of the wall?
Yeah.
I'm not walking over there if that's what you're expecting.
Are you blind?
No, but it is dark. What am I supposed to see? He glances over there.
Do you not see him?
See what? He looks and he points his torch in that direction.
I think I gotta roll manipulation and empathy.
What are you doing?
Yellow vial of dementation, which is to inflame his anger and hate. Basically, guys trying to make him piss off.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're doing great then. Okay, let me grab that PDF real quick and we'll pull it up.
For mortals versus his willpower.
This guy's willpower 5.
13 is the page number. Every success is like greater duration.
I wonder what that was.
Sorry.
This is great. I was wondering where you're going with this. I'm just trying to piss him off. Okay.
Yeah, hang on, actually, I'm gonna give you a bonus somehow, just because of your previous interaction with him.
Who is that?
Yeah, just add 1 to your dice pool.
Okay.
They're running a game and I'm recording it. And I posted it online.
Two successes.
So, you're trying to make him angry just in general?
Yeah, I'm trying to, enrage him, basically.
He growls, and he puts his torch in one of the torch sconces on the wall, and he draws a gladius and walks angrily towards that corner. When he gets there and sees nothing, he roars and begins to walk back to where you are. Do you do anything?
While he's walking there, can I turn invisible? Or use obfuscate?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
That's a stealth and
It's no roll to activate. You can just activate it. The roll comes in when you do things to break it.
oh, okay. So yeah, you would just do that and then just walk in.
The gate is closed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was the problem.
It seems Gaius did not think this through all the way.
Oh no, dude, I'm busting up. That is perfect Caucasian.
That's so true. Just shit. Wait, that didn't work.
I pissed him off real good. Wait, that wasn't my goal. Shit.
I love it.
Hey, Gaius.
Yeah.
Up on the wall, as he's on the way back, you see, it's strange. On his shoulder, it looks like there's a small humanoid creature with red hair, and he's just staring at you. He gives you a little wink, and then he jumps off the shoulder and disappears.
Gaius says to the soldier, "Did you not see him?"
Say how you, and he insults you in Latin. Whatever would be appropriate. He calls you a fuckwit, but the Latin equivalent.
Well, then he'll be acting up when he gets here. And then he just scratches his nose and then kind of just walks away.
He grabs a javelin and hurls it at you. It goes wide, but the message is clear.
Gaius just laughs.
Okay, then he throws the second one. This one is aimed for you.
Okay, so what do I gotta roll, dexterity, I think? Move?
In this case, I guess it'd be initiative.
Okay.
Just take your 10 initiative. So it's going to be your wits plus your dexterity, right? And then just take 10. Don't roll it. So just what is your wits and what is your dexterity?
That'd be 16.
Okay. Alright, so you're able to react to him throwing this at you, so if you want.
Oh, come on. You're gonna get mad over a joke.
So you want to go ahead and take a dodge? That's a Dex Athletics.
Yeah. Or 5 successes.
Ooh.
You had 5 successes?
Yep.
Okay, he just barely goes a little wide. You jerk yourself out of the way, just barely. It catches a shred of your clothing as it lands into the ground behind you. The next one won't miss. Get the fuck out of here.
Fine.
This other guards are now beginning to arrive. One of them grabs the other on the shoulder, and he begins to start to try and pull him away from the gate, where he's yelling at you. But he's fighting back against them. A large commotion has started.
Wait, how many successes did you get on your dementation?
Two.
Oh, he is so pissed for a whole hour. This dude's not giving up.
Well, a commotion and a fist fight actually erupts between the gate guards and people that have come to relieve him, it looks like. He is dragged away, and there is a brief moment of time where there is no guard attendant.
Did they open the gate?
No, they're not going to open the gate because of this.
But there's no one there, so if you had a way to scale it,
You get partial credit for your solution.
Well, he does have. Should he? Yeah. You try to scale it.
Okay, you are just a normal person trying to scale a 20-foot wall without any powers, so how are you doing that?
If you flag me down, I can help you.
Yeah, he would do that. It's gonna flag down the Celtic woman with haste.
I would stop
Well-
entering into an oak tree and go join him.
Yeah, what were you doing during this time? Because he's had the solid couple minutes here to be doing all this, so I thought you were all splitting up.
I said I was heading to the tallest oak tree closest to the city. I was working some hearth wisdom before I used Spiritus 3 to make it so I can climb anything. And I already have high strength, and I was going to blood buff it anyway, so. But if he called me over seeking for someone to climb with or assist him over the wall, that would be a smart move. I mean, that's
But as I said earlier, there are no trees in your immediate vicinity. You will need to walk for some time. Like, again, another 20 minutes probably to get to a forest nearby. The trees in this area have all been clear cut for this city, for the construction.
for like 2 miles,
Yeah,
and
and
they haven't grown back.
trees take a very long time to grow back, and the Romans aren't exactly interested in replanting.
it's like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I thought it moved about 6 feet in every year or two, so I was just surprised it hadn't gotten closer than 2 miles.
I haven't done any of that math. What I did do is not account for trees in this area. There are no trees in this area. It is a coastal area. It's the beachland. So
That's fair.
Well, then I would have been sitting there, I guess, working on whatever herbs I had with me, getting together some hearts with some magic before I went over the gate.
okay, so she's staring at her pouches, I guess, this whole time, trying to figure out how she's going to get over this gate.
We have a brief moment. Celtic woman. We can get over the walls. If you can get us over there.
I believe I can. Let's move quickly.
And he would not.
Here's some mixture. It smells a little bit like flowers on either cheek of yours, and also on her own, and darts towards the wall.
So what is your plan?
When I get there, I am going to invoke the power of a gecko or whatever lizard they have here that climbs walls very quickly, a squirrel, whatever. I'm going to grab
What's a
him,
squirrel?
climb over. I whisper, think dark thoughts.
You'll need both of your limbs to climb, so by grab him, I assume you mean let him ride on your back, which is going to make it substantially more difficult.
That's fine.
Okay,
I
you'll
would
want
like
to blood
to
off.
burn blood to my strength and my dex.
Okay, how much are you spending?
4 points. I want to raise strength and dex each to 5. I also have 2 points in potency.
Okay, and then you said you were going to use a squirrel, and you're using Spiritus 3, is that correct?
Yes, I'll be using Spirit of Strength, using -2 on all athletics checks for a blood point.
You know, if you did the frog one, it lets you leap 3 times the normal leap.
3 times, but I did the math and I couldn't get high enough to do it. I'd have to roll it extremely well.
If you look at jumping, every success is 20 inches. And so that would turn every success into 60 inches, which is 5 feet. So every success on if you get a running start, strength, athletics roll, you don't get athletics if you don't have a running start. But if you do strength, athletics, running start, jump, every success is 5 feet of clearance. It's pretty good. Just throwing that out there.
Potence would make those automatic successes as well.
True. She does have.
I almost did jumping, but that's fine. Climbing is stealthier, I guess.
Climbing is stealthier. You don't risk overshooting and then having to fall all that distance down the gate. And moreover, you're trying to bring someone with you, which would substantially increase the difficulty for jumping.
Yeah. So I have to grab onto my shoulders and I climb over the wall quickly and silently.
Okay, so how are you calling upon this squirrel spirit?
I was working with the Heart's Wisdom. Since I'm a druid, I've done a lot of things like that before and been aware of a lot of the spirits around me. So I picture Spiritus as an extension of that, and there's a lot of things I think that she hasn't separated from the hedge magic kind of things that she did before compared to what this is. So she was calling on the spirit, and then it actually fucking works. So that's how I was thinking to do it.
Okay, so what you would do then is when you're doing with these herbs or what have you, you apply it to yourself, and when you look around with augmented senses, you're able to see a spectral squirrel kind of running up and down the wooden pines here, composing this wall. And you're able to call it over to you and absorb it into yourself.
This is a weird power. Have you read it?
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Spend a blood point, manipulation occult, difficulty 7. It lasts for 1 turn per success. And it has to be an animal native to the area.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your manipulation occult.
And it encourages you to make up other examples. It gives you a whole
I
bunch of
spend a willpower to get an automatic success, if that's
Yep.
possible.
Looks like
Four
4
successes.
successes. Okay, so for 4 turns, you can get your -2. Go ahead and make your strength athletics roll. The difficulty of 8.
Am I correct in recalling that I do not need to roll potence? I automatically get 2 successes with it?
You roll it, or you spend a blood point and get 2 successes.
Well, I'll just roll the blood point then. Let's just do that.
Okay, spend the blood point, 2 successes, and then roll your dice pool.
It's a good roll.
Oh, actually, it's a DC 6 for you, -2 athletics. Oh, that's involving balance. So this isn't
No,
balance.
you said, no, it says that we can make up other ones, so I asked you specifically for climbing.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at all the examples, they're -2 to strength, and so I kept it within those guidelines.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give you the squirrel climbing ability.
So I have 5 successes for climbing. Or, yeah.
Okay, you're able to scurry about halfway up the wall, but the weight of the additional person is weighing you down substantially. So go ahead and make another roll for me. Don't botch.
Good thing you got several turns out of that.
Right?
Man, Spiritus is a very versatile ability. Very underrated.
Rank 1 is ridiculous.
I'm pretty excited to get to try it out. I've never gotten to play a character like that.
There are 2 successes on the second one. You're still not fully up the wall, and it's getting heavier and harder to carry this person. But you are still on the wall. Try again.
Okay, this next time I burn a blood automatic.
Please tell me this red like gremlin is like on her shoulder, which is like right in his face, just talking to him.
At DC 9 this time.
Do chance count for double in this game, or is that
They do. They count for
So I
double.
have 2 successes. Sorry, I have 4. I spent the blood point.
Oh, okay. Then you are up and over the wall. You do see torches coming upstairs towards the wall, towards the point you're at.
I was planning to skitter back down the wall on that side of the scroll ability.
There's not a way to really do that. Beyond the wall, there is a series of basically catwalks and staircases leading to the ground below. So you can't really scurry without climbing. You know what I'm saying? You would need to do a spider thing at that point. You could drop down.
Whatever I believe will draw the least notice.
And Gaius is like hanging on to you, so he can probably do something. Now that you're scaled.
I want to get inside and away from these border guards. So, would dropping down draw the least attention, or?
It would still be very loud, 2 bodies landing with a thud. Unless you have some way of cushioning your fall, or doesn't Gaius have possibly a means of taking care of himself here?
Well, he can obfuscate, which is actually, from what I'm reading here, silence. It actually makes a zone of absolute silence around the character of a radius of 20 feet. So if he's on her back,
Hey, how about that? Don't that kick a little ass?
yay, stealth.
So is that what we're doing, folks?
Yeah, that's what he would probably do that instinctually, given his background, since he knows he can do it.
Alright, well, great then. I guess it turns around to me hanging on to you and getting ready for the jump.
Okay, how long do you need to concentrate on that?
You don't have to concentrate unless you're creating like a bubble of like silence that's centered on an area. Like you're like, oh, this room.
Oh,
is going
to
be
leave it
silent.
stationary. Okay, so then, no, you guys are just silent. Great. So just go ahead and drop to the floor, I guess.
Do I need to roll something?
No, I'm rolling damage for both of you. It's going to be soaking 2, I think.
And next we see the Salubrian, how he gets in.
You both are fine. Okay, so you both land, and then I assume you both take up stealthing positions. And how does Inish get in?
Alright, so I'm going with my original plan, which was to go by the same way that Calum went in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, first I'm going to use my second level aspects to activate my aura sight. And what I'm going to be doing from that point is I'm going to be moving, out of sight from, potential guards, and I'm going to be using aura sight to basically kind of observe where they are. Move into the water. I'm presuming that the armor should have some kind of weight to hold me down as I move in. And
You can expel all of your breath you don't actually breathe unless you try to talk, and you sink. You don't need the armor doesn't even need to weigh you down. You don't float anymore without air.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll be kind of like walking out to where just in like the water is just enough to cover to where my eyes are out, so I can observe what's going, see if I can watch what's going on, and I'll duck my head down if necessary. But I'll
roll a dex stealth for me.
Okay.
Difficulty of 5. And bear in mind, you can blood off reflexively.
My brain just stopped working a second. I got 3 successes.
Okay, you evade any notice. You are at the docks. You can be underneath of one of the docks now if you would like. What do you do?
Okay. Do I notice any kind of shipwrights, boats, large sea vessels in the harbor?
They're not too large. Most of them are kind of like
Basically, is there any boat that looks like it could potentially ship a large number of people?
we're talking boats that would hold probably maybe between 10 and 20 people.
Perfect.
Nothing larger than that.
That's perfect. That's more than perfect. Let's see. I'm going to presume that this thing has anchor. I will attempt to.
Callum scurrying up the walls.
I shake my head. I will. Does my aura sight pick up anything on the boats, or is it capable of picking anything up on the boats?
It is capable of seeing auras if you are capable of seeing them. Basically, it is limited by line of sight.
Okay. He says I
So
was.
it's not X-ray if that's what you're asking.
I've wanted to know because some people play it differently depending on the storytell. But yes, Kyle, I'm aware that you got in, but you're still running around in a bear skin at the moment.
Bear skin, werewolf skin. Hello?
Okay. I apologize. I didn't mean to assume the species. All right, so I will attempt to. Do I see on this fleet? Do I notice an anchor, or like something holding it into place?
I don't know if they had those back then, but I'm just going to go ahead and say they do.
Okay. I want to kind of look it over. Now, I want to note that I want to be on the side that kind of like, so you've got the docks, and then you've got the ship, and then you have me on the opposing side. So whatever I'm doing, I'm attempting to not be noticed. So I'm using the ship to kind of like block my view, or block the view.
Okay.
I want to attempt, if possible, to scale either the ship or use the anchor to scale the ship.
Okay, so relevant to the situation, I just googled it. Romans pretty much invented what we know as the modern anchor.
Boy.
Tight.
They made a wooden frame with like a metal base that basically functioned exactly what we think of as an anchor for modern times.
Dude, Romans had friggin' napalm. Like, it was intense.
Great fire, boys.
Scandinavians made it better, but
They also had
not
a
700 AD.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what is your explain exactly? You're on the other side of the boat. You're using cover, and then what do you do now?
I'm surveying the boat to see if it's possible to scale the boat either through on the side or going over using the anchor chain to scale up.
You could use the anchor chain. Scaling the boat would be akin to you trying to scale a boat just as a person, because
Yeah.
you have no special equipment.
Right. Okay, so then I'll do that. What's the roll for it?
That'd just be a strength athletics.
Okay, cool. What is my DC?
I'm gonna say 7.
Okay, okay. Let's see. I keep posting in the wrong section. I'm sorry. I got 2 successes.
Okay, you're able to get up onto the deck of the boat. What do you do now?
Okay. So as I get, okay, so I'm on there. I'm gonna try to, get on the deck, and I'm gonna kind of I'm trying to remain stealthy, and I'm trying to observe if anything's on the deck, still using aura sight to see if I pick anything up. And
Boat is deserted.
cool. All right, I want to try to go into the hull, or perhaps where quarters would be.
There are no quarters on this boat. This is a rowing boat for between 8 to 20 people. It's got oars on the side of it, and it looks like it's used primarily to run the English Channel between here and the mainland.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to, I'm still going to attempt to go down inside and see if there's any, spare clothing or maybe some kind of anything I can use that would possibly kind of, aid in cover, disguise, maybe
There is
insignia.
a damp cloth that was likely used around someone's waist.
A damp cloth that was, other than the one that's probably on mine now. Okay, so, alright, so other than that, I find nothing.
Just various rags and assortment of things like that, but no one's left a set of clothing on the boat.
Okay, I take what looks to be the largest set of cloth or set of, whatever, and take it with me. All right,
Okay?
and then
Need a damp rag.
maybe this will help. Maybe this will help Callum out some. All right, so, and this is the only boat. Is there not another one?
There are other boats like this. They are spaced farther apart, though,
Okay.
in this harbor, so you would need to swim to another one.
I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of basically what I'm gonna do is, at this point, I'll just kind of oh, we're all, oh, dude, I'm chilling. I bet you are. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of casually go down the gangplank onto the deck, and I'm still kind of observant, using my aura sight to observe my surroundings. I'm still trying to be stealthy, but I'm not trying to be obvious about it, or super obvious about I'm trying to look like I belong here at this point.
You barely catch the pale aura of Callum as he descends over the wall, and it disappears from your sight. You do see the very edges of the corona of the aura of the 2 guards that are atop the wall.
Okay, so I'll kind of I'll begin to move towards not you. You said there was 2 gates, not the one Callum jumped over, and then there was another one on the a little bit more to the east.
Callum went over the one on the southeast, and then there's one. I'm sorry, the southwest, and then there is one on the southeast. Yeah.
Okay, I will kind of I'll get closer to the one on the southeast. Again, I'll be kind of keeping my eyes out for potential guards, and I'll be kind of being a little subtle, stealthing, around, trying to stay out of torchlight.
Okay, but how are you getting into the city?
All right. see the gate. I'm going to assume it's locked.
Oh yes, they're two wooden double doors.
Okay. Two wooden double doors,
Likely barred from the rear.
barred from. Okay. Do I notice any guards kind of being observing this point?
Again, these guards don't really seem to be paying too much attention to their posts. If you had to guess, the docks are a pretty dull post in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So they're more looking inwards towards the city, just watching the people. So yes, they do occasionally look in your direction, but they're not trying to see anything, so they don't see too much.
Okay. So, I'm still just trying to keep my eyes on them, making sure that they don't notice me. I would like to attempt to use my gladius, see if I can slip it through the cracks of the door. I'm assuming the boards will be going vertical, or they'll be vertical. Slip it through the vertical cracks and see if I can push the latch up.
There's a heavy wooden beam that is barring the door.
Okay, so that was trying to think. I was trying to see if I could like lift it up, or using the gladius to kind of like wedge it open. But all right, approximately how big is this door? About 20 feet, you said?
It's 20 feet. The door probably ends maybe like 16 feet.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll see if I can kind of like make a. I'm going to take a moment to kind of like remove my plate or my armor off. Set it to the side, and then I'll kind of try to make a subtle jump. Try to see if I can grab the top and pull myself over.
You're gonna try and just straight jump the whole thing.
I know it's kind of, yeah. I don't highlight. Wait, hold on. Are there any boxes or barrels out on the docks?
There are some barrels, yes, near the docks.
Okay. Okay.
Looks like they would have contained fish at some point. They smell quite powerfully.
Are they open or closed?
They're open. That's why you smell them.
Okay, great. Awesome, spectacular. I could use that to kind of like give myself a boost, but at the same time, I don't want the guards to be like, "What is that? Like, what's that awkward smell?" Of course, they could probably be already smelling it anyway. All right, I'll give it a go. All right, I'll see if I can take one of these barrels and flip it over, set it by the gate, and I'll see if I can kind of like lift myself over.
Okay, make a balance check.
What is a balance check? It's athletics, dex and athletics.
Is it athletics or is there something different, Andrew? Not
No,
acrobatics.
it's athletics. Acrobatics is like I think it's like a secondary thing.
Secondary, okay.
Points into.
Go ahead and give me a dex athletics difficulty
8.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Can I burn a will on this one?
sure.
Yay. What the hell? Why not? I'll buff myself up. Let's see.
You can use a lot of vitae.
I believe it. All right.
You have 6 around.
Oh boy.
That is a lot.
Okay.
It really is. When you consider that, like, 9th generation can spend 2, and 8th and below is 1.
I'll give myself 3. I'll give myself 3 into my dex, and okay, so that'd be about 9 dice.
Your maximum is 7 in any stat, so you can go all the way up to 7. You can actually go to 8, but at that point we start to continue to have to burn blood every turn.
That's fine. I'll just keep it the way it is. And you said difficulty 8?
Difficulty 8, Dex Athletics.
Cool. Alright. I got 3 successes.
Okay. You are, is that 4 with willpower?
I did not spend a willpower on that one. I figured that
Wait,
one.
you didn't?
No.
You said you were spending one.
I originally I had intended to, but then I figured like I'll just use the blood and not spend the willpower.
Okay.
But if you want me to go ahead and mark a willpower off, I'll do that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you are able to maintain your balance on top of this barrel.
Mhm.
You still have probably another. See, this barrel is probably 3 feet high, even being generous there. So you've still got another 12 feet you'll need to clear. And at the top of this, there are spikes, wooden spikes.
Oh
So-
boy. These guys think of everything.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy when you're whittling them down. You can just you just add spikes to the top of them. So yeah,
Wait, how tall is Yunish?
He's about over 6 feet.
6 feet. And the barrel is how tall?
3.
3 feet generous. Yeah,
So it's about 11 feet he has to clear. Which is 132 inches. Which is, if you had a running start.
yeah, because he's on a barrel.
Yeah. Well, that's just a strength roll, basically. So if you use strength, every success gets you 20 inches.
So you could go blood buff to the maximum and show the true limits of your preternatural form.
You need
do a strength of
6
8.
successes, basically,
Strength of
to
8
get that.
with burn a willpower and then hope for a really good roll.
So you can do it with really good luck. If you
But
had
if
a
you
running
fail,
start, it might be
You will
easier.
fall off the barrel and bust your ass and make a huge commotion.
This made a.
Do you have athletics?
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of athletics.
Well, because if you, what I'm saying is, if you have athletics and you get a running start, you get to add athletics to the roll. It's not just straight up strength. It's strength athletics.
Oh, yeah, that's not the thing. I'm just trying to make sure like I don't make enough noise to where like I get noticed.
Yeah, but
Wait,
That's probably-
wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. I just realized something. I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing this the hard way. So, quick question. You said it was barred from the other side, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now was my gladius thin enough to slip through those vertical holes in the gate at all?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to attempt to. I will use my gladius to kind of like help me climb.
You will just likely damage your gladius.
I'll find another one.
I mean, okay, what I'm saying is that if you thrust this thing hard enough into the wood, like you're probably just going to bend, break it, and make a lot of noise.
Oh, I see.
Things aren't like, they're not fantasy swords. They're pieces of iron, and iron is not a very tough material at this stage. They don't have steel or anything like that. These weapons would bend and break regularly in combat.
Let's see.
You would actually be hesitant to use the edges of your gladius, and you would use it more for stabbing because you wouldn't want it to go out on you after cutting off one person's arm.
Right. Okay. The buildings between the both gates, are there any windows?
Wait, the buildings between the gates?
Yeah, like whatever's between the southwest gate and the southeast gate. What's between that? It looks like the map looks like there's a building, and I was wondering if there was any windows. Let's see. It's
No.
okay. Warehouse district. No. Okay. Is there an aqueduct?
think there's an aqueduct in Iska, so I didn't plan one into the city. They would have a series of wells, is what I had planned for.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was like a way to like get in through the well through the water.
If you had a way of slithering in through the groundwater, you could do that. But unfortunately, that would require a level of protein high enough to where you could just mist through it.
Oh, I see. Because the gate.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I'm doing this all the wrong way. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to take my armor. I'm going to put the barrel back. I'm going to take my armor. And I'm going to go back to the west gate where I saw Calum hop through. And, do I still catch any glimpses of his aura?
No, he's gone, man.
Okay, damn. It's too bad. I was kind of hoping, like, I was kind of hoping that, I'd get him to open the gate for me.
Look, that was one of my first thoughts, but like you guys were like, let's all just find our own way in. Okay. Now you're stuck trying to figure it out. It is a challenge. I hope that you can rise to it.
I'm sure I can. Oh, I have an idea. Is there... Let's see. Okay. On that boat, was there any rope?
I'm sorry, what was there a cool question?
I said on that boat I was on, did I notice any rope? Or is there any...
Yes, there was rope.
Okay. I would like to head back to the boat, and I'll see if I can probably grab some rope that I can probably use to kind of, use it to latch on to the, get something kind of tied around the rope, toss it up, let it kind of like, latch itself onto the gate, and then kind of pull myself over.
Okay, in the process of doing all of this, you will probably attract some notice.
I'm aware.
Letting you know, those guards are there explicitly for this purpose.
Oh, I know. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping they're just too tired.
Okay. Go ahead and you tie it to, I guess, a rock, or how are you securing this thing to where you can climb on it and it won't just fall?
That's an excellent question. Give me a second to think about that.
Pray to Yahweh.
I was gonna say use your sword.
I was actually thinking that myself. But that would probably be like, wait, oh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that rag, and I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna wrap the sword in it, right? And then I'm gonna tie the rope around. I'm gonna put a knot around the rope. A knot around the sword, and the rag should act as a muffling device. I'm hoping, so they don't hear like metal on wood go clankety clank.
Okay.
You're reaching, man, but it might work. Maybe. If the dice are kind to you.
We'll see. The best.
Okay, are you throwing this over then?
I'm gonna do it. Best case scenario is I make it, or worst case scenario, I make a distraction where you guys can actually accomplish your mission. And
Okay, roll a strength stealth for me. Difficulty of 10.
Okay, in that case, I will spend another 3 blood to boost myself up to boost my strength up by 3, and I will burn a willpower. So you said strength and stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
quiet. I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah, they so.
My dog started barking, and I muted it so you didn't hear him.
Oh, okay, so we've got one. Okay, looks like 2 successes, yeah. Alright, somehow, some way, you were able to throw this thing perfectly so that it lands in the cloth, and there is no clanking of wood on metal. It's still just a sword that you've thrown up on a wall, so
Time to climb.
okay. You pull on the rope and the sword comes flying down. It's not secured to anything.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be wedged between. I thought it would be kind of like catch on the spikes, or kind of like like. I was kind of throw it like between trying to throw it like between those little spikes, and I thought like the teeth would kind of like hold it in place.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing in my head too.
How physically would that even work?
Like, you have these posts that are lined up, and then the sword is flat against them with like what he's using as like a thing to secure it.
To wedge it that way, you need to throw it at a 90-degree angle. You couldn't throw it from way downstairs, like 20 feet
Rolling
down.
it like difficulty 10. I thought that was why you were having it so hard for him.
That was to not make a bunch of noise when he threw a sword up on a wall.
I'm
Don't you
just
have
saying.
lucky? Who has lucky? Someone here has lucky.
I do.
No. Okay, of course you do.
I was just saying he's resorted. He's on his last resort here, and it's sorta kind of worked. It's still probably gonna get discovered. I don't see why it shouldn't kind of like work.
Alright, you catch the sword can catch on the wooden spikes here, but this thing is, you're either going to snap your gladius, or if you want to try and climb on this thing, you can. Go ahead. This will be a strength athletics. It'll be another DC of 10.
It's a far shot, man, but at least he has a chance.
Okay, let's see. I don't know. Okay, that is 9 D10 equals okay. Hashtag
The real question is, what do you do when you're discovered?
That's the easy part. Dive.
You must pray to Yahweh.
You were so lucky that you spent willpower on that as well.
Yep. Okay, you are able to scale up at the wall, but as you reach the crest of it, you're still not fully over it. You are seen by one of the gate guards who yells at you, "What the hell are you doing?" as he strides over to you, attracting the attention of the other gate guard.
I fall over.
On the right side, right?
Correct.
On the wall side, okay.
You're not gonna negate all your hard work. Come on, you don't want to fall back down on the other side?
Freeze, he yelled.
20 feet.
Or stop, whatever the Roman equivalent is.
Halt.
At this point, we would be on initiative.
I just picture the guards from the Elder Scrolls games like, halt! And just running up, having a conversation option with you, where they're just standing in there, like, looking at you angrily, while you just slowly decide what you're gonna say.
Yeah, now, you're wearing, or aren't you wearing Legionnaire's clothing still, or did you wear Native's clothing? I forget.
Legionnaire.
Yeah, he's, like, decked out like one of them.
Okay, then they won't immediately stab you when they get to you. are you doing? State your name and rank.
Quick question. Do I still have any scars from the? Do I still have any scars from when I was embraced or during the battle?
You have scars on the abdomen from where you were cut open initially when the healing regeneration magic failed because you were sired immediately after that.
Okay.
Oh no, but wait, you were given a substantial amount of blood. He gave you the entirety of the horn, so that actually sort of healed up. So no, you don't have any scars.
Okay.
Your dogs, man, they are just really excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am so bummed we spent this session just getting over the wall. I had so much planned.
That's not a terrible thing, Matt. It just means that you have more to go off next time.
Oh man, stuff was gonna happen.
Look, it's okay. Sometimes, you know, the simplest of things becomes like this huge deal you never expected. And other times, people get to things a lot faster than we expected.
Color skates are a motherfucker to lockpick, man.
Look,
I can help her out of that. Climb over.
I hope this serves as an example for everyone to be like, yeah, we should totally combine our resources and do things together because some of us had an easy time with this and others did not.
I didn't want to, let it go the whole session, but at the same time, I did kind of want to punish the whole everyone for themselves kind of mentality. It's like, you guys were sired together for a reason, and this is kind of...
Yeah.
Honest-
No, and it makes sense that early on we're discovering that, like, oh yeah, we have different strengths and weaknesses and we need to work together. So, this is fine. It's important that this is established early as possible, and this is a good way of doing it. Even though it's something simple like getting into a city that doesn't want random people walking in at night.
So, Yanish, do you have a response to this card?
Yeah. Let's see. So he demanded to know my name and my rank. What was the name? Okay, I'm gonna use my knowledge to recall which one of the what group we were the group name of the group that not the one that killed us, but the one that we ambushed. It was the one where we climbed up. It was like during the second episode, we climbed up the wall, and that lady who opened the tree, she was kind of like I was guarding her while she was doing something.
Oh, those were auxiliaries that were with the 9th Legion deployment. So,
Oh, okay. I'll tell them that I was with the 9th Legion. The savages are on their way. They're going to spring an attack tonight.
what? He looks alarmed. You're with the 9th Legion and they're attacking? What? What?
No. I was a survivor. I am an auxiliary. They were killed and ambushed by the savages.
So the 9th has been destroyed.
Perhaps I'm like one of the few survivors.
Okay, roll a manipulation subterfuge.
Could I have spent some blood to buff that up?
send for us to clean up for you. Come on, man.
I think you can only do that for physicals.
I know, I'm joking. You know the funny thing is? Let's see. Do I get a circumstance bonus for like looking like I got look like I'm torn up?
No, if anything, you get a circumstance modifier for like saying the guys that are showing up in 12 hours are dead.
Praise Yahweh! Milasanina Yeduna!
Panic looked on his face. Alert the commander immediately. Okay, stay with him and get all the information you can, he says to the other legionnaire. I'll go inform the commander. And he hurries off towards the town. Meanwhile, the other man there, he goes to his post and he comes back with what looks to be a small tablet, and he begins to write. So give me your name and your rank, and you said you were with the 9th Legion?
My name is Yanish. I am an auxiliary.
Oh, an auxiliary. Yanish, is that anything else?
Can I... So... By the way,
Is that your only name, auxiliary?
I nod.
Okay. He writes it down. His pen strokes seem a little aggressive. Okay, and where were you when the 9th was destroyed, and did you find out anything? Do you know who destroyed them? What tribe? What markings did they bear?
They
Kill this fool.
I tell them they ambushed us, and I tell them the location, or I tell them like the area that I remember.
How did you escape?
You said I don't have any scars, right?
Nope.
Damn.
Oh, I mean, except for the obvious one you can make.
Which one was that?
You can tear your third eye open, and then you've got a gaping wound, but it's got an eye in it.
So can I like have the wound and kind of like close the eye? I mean, like
Yeah,
kind of like
do
make it.
that, and if you don't spend the blood to heal it, that's a wound.
Yeah. Well, technically, like I use Auspex, and on second dot Auspex does require me to use my third eye, which does cause it to tear open. So technically, my forehead's already kind of bleeding or has a wound.
You aren't required to use your third eye for our perception. You can use it thematically if you would like.
Oh no, the flaw does say that using anything Auspex or Valerian 2 dots or higher tears the eye open.
Oh, for real? It also applies? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, the hell of a
Real
flaw.
shit, man.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Then you took a point of lethal damage and you didn't heal it, so you do have a head wound.
Yeah. So, and I just kind of like the eye is closed, but I still have. But yeah, it's still kind of like it looks like I got a scar on my
Oh,
forehead.
it's definitely closed, or else that's the entire conversation we're having right now.
It's like, what's
Why
wrong?
have a third
Like,
eye?
dude, what's wrong?
What the fuck is this?
It's like, dude, are you a Cyclops, baby?
Like, oh god, it's a monster.
Yeah, the Cyclops math is wrong there by a lot. So
Oh no, it's okay. I'm a Cyclops on my grandfather's side.
you have a head wound. He asked you how you escaped.
He said, I tell him like I just woke up after the battle. We were fighting, and we were fighting.
Like they tried to fuck your forehead.
I put my hand over my head and look at the blood, and I nod.
He rolls his eyes. How many of your friends died?
I'm the only survivor that I know of.
Did you flee?
Of course not. I came
Just
here.
woke up.
I came to I came here as fast as I could.
They must have thought you dead. Alright, well, you have a head wound. Have a seat here. He points to a spot on the wall.
Okay.
Eat him.
Yeah, at this point he's going to start examining your wound more closely and trying to provide you with at least some field care.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting in quite close to you.
I bet I know he is. So, is there any? Do I see? Is he the only person here at the moment?
What's your blood pool at?
That's an actual. Okay, so I spent 3 blood. I'm 6th generation. That's an actually good question. I was curious about that myself. Let's see.
6th generation can hold up to 30.
Well,
But you didn't start at 30.
oh, I didn't start. I didn't start at 30.
Start at 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were like halfway full.
Oh, well, I'm about to be fully full. Is he the only guy here?
So what's your blood at?
Okay, so I spent, let's see, I spent 3 to buff up my dex, plus 3 plus, so 15, and let's see, 15 minus that is, I'm going to say 9.
Okay. Are you going to drink this guy, or are we going to do a self-control roll?
That depends, is he the only person here?
For the moment, yes, although others will be coming.
Okay. Yeah.
He said he was coming back with a watch commander.
Oh yeah, he's getting drunken.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and say make a dex brawl.
Okay, so dex, this is where all that gladiator training comes in.
I mean, he's getting in close to examine your wound. I'm just going to let you just go for the bite. We won't have to do a whole grappling thing.
Okay.
Land a bite.
So I don't have to roll anything?
No, you need to roll the dex brawl just
Okay.
to land a bite on it.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is gonna
You
be...
don't have to like do the like I'm gonna grab him part first because it's normally 2 rolls.
And what's my DC for this? 6?
6.
Okay. I feel like a bad person right now. Oh well, it's okay, he's a Roman.
Remember, your dex is buffed still, too.
Oh, I know, I already added that in. Alright, so the thing's saying 3 successes.
Oh, is it in general again?
Oh, sorry, I posted it in roleplay. You want me to re-roll it, or?
No, I'll just do the check.
Okay.
You have 3 ones though in that.
Oh, yeah. Does a 10 count as 2?
10 counts as 2.
Okay, so then that's 1 success.
Okay, so you clumsily bite into his shoulder, and he goes limp with ecstasy.
Okay. And then I make that sound you make when you just finish off like one of those little sippy juices.
Okay, so you drain him fully.
Yes.
Okay, you exsanguinate him and take 10 points of blood.
Cool.
Roll your conscience.
Yes, I will. DC 8, correct?
What's your humanity at?
Currently, it is a Savan.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's conscience, right, Andrew? I forget the roll there. I think it's just conscience.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Is it 6s, or is it based off the difference in the, probably a difference in the road?
So yeah, it's the difference in the road compared to the sin. So it's 6 +1 for every like stage in difference. So if the sin is a level 3 sin and he's on 6, that's +3.
I got a 10.
I'm finding humanity 1 second. I don't think this is an impassioned violation. This seems more like a planned violation or even a casual violation.
Yeah.
Perhaps casual?
It's pretty low.
Yeah, I think it's kind of casual. You just kind of killed him because he was there.
No, he's a Roman. No, he's a Roman.
There are alternatives to humanity that don't punish killing as much.
So you said it's 6, and then it's for each one beyond. It's a +1, or is it every 2?
Yeah.
What?
Every one beyond is a +1 to the difficulty, capping out at 10, obviously.
So he's got a 7. We've got a 2 here, so it's a +5. Am I reading that correctly?
Mm-hmm. That means he has a difficulty 10 on his.
I did actually get a 10 on my in the dice rollers.
Yeah.
Where is this one now?
I put it in the right place this time. It's in dice rolls.
Oh, okay, sure enough.
I failed.
Well, you justify it being that it's a Roman. They're barely human anyways.
Oh no, he's human. He's just a Roman. He's paying for his crimes against my people.
I mean, keep in mind,
Yahweh be praised.
it's him succeeding on a conscience roll. He is successfully having a conscience over his actions.
I've always wondered how that is supposed to work. How the just.
Okay, so I've got it backwards, and I always interpret it backwards. What he's saying is that you genuinely feel remorse for the fact that you murdered this man out of no reason.
Yeah. You successfully feel something. You have a conscience about your actions. Whatever it is, however you choose to interpret that, that's up to you and the way you play your character. But, like, you consciously recognize, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got a dead, exsanguinated body.
Yep. Okay, and all right. So I'm in the What? Let me pull up the thing real fast. I'm trying not to make this complicated. You say he pulled me into the lodgings, or was it the barracks? Where do you take me?
Oh, he didn't take you anywhere. You had pulled yourself up right near where the warehouse district is, actually on the wall there.
Uh-huh.
So that's where you are. You're on that gate area between the lodgings district and the warehouse district.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hide the body, and preferably.
There's nowhere to hide it up here on the wall. It's just a series of catwalks.
Oh, I
Throw it
can't.
over the other side.
That's what I was about to say. Like, can I just toss it on the other side? He's wearing armor. It'll probably just sink in the water.
Alright, it's gonna be kind of hard to get it to the water from where you are. You'll need a substantial strength athletics check.
Oh, okay.
Certainly do it. Just bear that in mind and probably pull out the stops here again. Otherwise, you're gonna have a body way down you can't get to.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was under the impression that the thing was like looking over the water. Okay. So what's the DC?
We've got probably like a 10-foot beach between there and the wall, and the DC is probably going to be. I have no idea what I would even estimate this.
let me
I'd say an 8.
let me consider this. I mean, I've got enough dice, but let me consider this. If I just toss them over the side, I mean, there's not going to be anyone looking over the torch. There's no going to be no torches. So even if I miss the water, they're going to be like, "Hey, where'd he go?" And you know, even if they try to look down, there's not going to be enough light for them to actually spot the body. I'm presuming.
Maybe, maybe not, but even still, it'll make problems later on, for sure. They will find it in the morning.
I'll find it in the morning. Like, what happened to this guy? I don't know. Maybe he drank too much. Okay, so DC 8. Wow.
This is why modern ages have the masquerade.
Holy crap. I'll put this in the right section this time.
Okay, 7 successes. You throw the body clear of the beach and far into the distance, landing a substantial distance from the shore with a splash.
Why am I finding this so hilarious?
Because what you did is essentially, it looks comical. It is a physics-violating throw to throw this man so far.
Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna try to let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can quickly duck into probably what's closest to me is the Merchants District, I think, or the Merchants Quarter.
Yeah, you can jump off the wall into the Merchant's Quarter, sure.
Oh well, I was trying to make it like less obvious, but okay. Do I see any other people down?
Looking over the wall into this quarter area, you do see some people here and there walking along the streets. It's a quiet residential area, like I've talked about. So people traveling are few and far between. It's mostly just people who are coming from the entertainment district and returning to their homes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like see if I can sneak into the Merchants Quarter.
Okay, dex stealth.
Correct, yes, sir. Okay. All right. Let's see, Dex. And what's my DC?
7.
7. Cool. 2 successes.
Okay, you are able to sneak through the district.
And at some point, I will try to as I'm moving, or I want to see if I can find a spot where I can kind of like remove some of the parts of this of the armor I'm wearing, or kind of like, you know, ditch it, or perhaps look for maybe if there's a if no guards are around, maybe I'll find something else I can kind of like wear.
If you just wanted to ditch your armor, you can ditch it piece by piece as you move along, no problem.
Okay, I'll do that. So if they come looking for me, they'll be like, you know.
Don't have a trail to follow, yeah.
Well, when you put it that way. Okay, so I think I've taken up enough time. Who's next?
Everyone has made it into the city at this point, and you were all going to reconvene at a location, which you did not specify. So you said you want to get to the southeast quarter of the Merchants Quarter, was that correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
Okay. That's where most of you came in. So we've got Callum and Inish that both come in there. So I'm fine saying you two are able to bump into one another. If anything, Callum, you notice Yanish, because Yanish has only got a 2 stealth and he's dropping pieces of armor here and there.
Was I able to find, like, clothing? Like, scavenge?
You found pieces of armor that you were able to scavenge, yeah.
Give me your pelt, I'll give you my armor.
I meant, like, clothing, not Yanish's cast-offs.
There's an open window you can go through for some of these locations. There's a sleeping woman here.
I am
Like-
only interested in taking the items to cover up my lack of modesty.
That's what you call it?
She has appropriate dress for a woman of common descent in Rome. I'm not quite sure what they wore. I think they were dresses.
Sure. Well, okay, I don't want to take anything from her directly. I want to take clothes that she might have around.
No, no, she has them like in a dresser or a closet. They're not on her body.
I thought
Yeah.
he was just
Taking
gonna have to
clothes
draw the
and, like, putting a
totally
cloak
laying
over
it
that.
over there.
No, sorry, this is a home that she is in. She is in her bed sleeping, and she has a closet that you were able to enter and grab socks.
Yeah, I'm grabbing clothes and I'm putting some on and I'm putting the cloak around that the giant fucking beast cloak and going out looking rather probably very stupid.
Yeah, you do kind of. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to pull it off if you were a man of a smaller stature, but you stated before that Callum's a specimen.
Yeah, he's tall. He stands out. He is not an easy person to hide in a crowd of people because he is attractive and
Looks like Kratos in drag, basically, right now.
Yeah. He's that because I put physical as his primary, and so he's a show off.
Okay, so properly clothed. Well, if you are clothed, you are able to locate Inish, and then the other two were going to this corner and had secured methods of entry. So I'm fine saying you were all able to meet up.
Okay, so at least that I show up without my dick just hanging out showing to everybody, at the very least. So that's an improvement for y'all. I mean, unless you're into that, I don't know.
He's wearing an ill-fitting burlap dress.
You know what? I'm just grateful that we're going to be able to be done with these lessons sooner rather than later. There's going to be a lot of discussions explaining having a naked slave running around.
I did the best I could. Find me something else, please.
I would say you look rather compassionate.
I'm certain tomorrow we can procure more sundry.
Well,
Okay, so do you guys have a plan? Where are you staying? At this point, you don't have too long before sunrise.
Callum is not worried about it at all, so he's just looking at the others.
I don't imagine the lodgings would be very smart because I don't think the windows are covered since this is ancient tent.
Okay, so I guess is there a lodging nearby, an inn or something?
Yes, there are multiple here in the merchant quarters. There are lodgings here for traveling merchants and the like. You have your pick of numerous locations. You read Latin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you have signs for just a list here. There's the Temple of Bacchus. It's a tavern and brothel, from what you can tell. The name is probably ironic. The Eagle's Landing, Rubicon's Rest, the Rest Easy.
Let's do the rest easy.
I don't know, Temple of Bacchus sounds awesome.
The Rest Easy is a quieter location than many of these other establishments I've mentioned. It doesn't have a bar at the bottom. It appears to be just a lodging location, maybe a bed and breakfast type thing. It is attended by a night attendant. He's sleeping when you approach, but he wakes up quickly. Oh, hello. Have you come to stay?
Yeah.
Okay, is it just you?
I believe I shall have two companions in my room with me. Do you have anything on the lower level?
Kinky.
It's all on the lower level. He points to the building. It's just a one-room, or one-floor building. It doesn't have 2 floors, doesn't have a bar or anything. It's just a room.
Oh, wait. Okay. I misunderstood. Okay, great. Wait, there's no private room? It's all one big room?
It's more like 2 or 3 rooms that they have. But it's not a very large location, no.
Can I get one of the rooms to be private, please?
You can do whatever you want if you purchase the second room. It'll be... hang on. It'll be 10 denarius per room.
I turn around to Unish and Gaius, and I just kind of look at them like, alright, well, sounds like y'all are up to say that, right?
Do I have any dinar? I don't think I do.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has money.
Did anyone put any dots in resources?
I did not. I can try to con him into like giving us an IOU.
This is great.
I have a chanting voice and 3 in charisma. And 2 in appearance.
Why doesn't anyone have dominate? Why did we start a party without someone who has dominate?
Make the spirits give you a room at the end.
I feel like, no, that doesn't work. What I could do is summon a spirit to dig a hole for me that I could put in.
Wait a minute. Hold on, hey. I should say something, but I don't think I don't know if this would be, I don't know if this would be like, metagaming or not.
Go for it.
I was wondering, like, if Gaius could sit there and be like, dominate, give us a room. Or not dominate,
He
demontate.
doesn't have dominate, but
I meant
he had a way of spinning his demontate, maybe.
I've got lucky enchanting voice, dimentation, and like and charisma. Like the guy isn't talking yet. So, that's the best I can do. I can try to convince them to let us get a room for free. That's the most I can do.
Yeah, however you guys deal with it, go ahead. That sounds good.
So, does someone have money for me, or can I go back to sleep?
I can give you money tomorrow. You see, my slave here is a gladiator, and quite a good one. Pointing to Callum.
You mean me?
Well, you're the actual gladiator, but I'm the one who is playing the slave part, and I sell it up really well.
Seeing as he is wearing a dress.
I'm going to take a deep bow and just almost mockingly.
Oh, are you here to replace Gesius? I was a big fan of Gesius.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to smile at him.
Do you know why Gesius won't leave his quarters? I was a big fan of him. At least back when I got to work during the days.
I imagine he is sick, or perhaps he is frightened of my new slaves.
What's his name?
He would
Can I do a thing?
Someone do a thing.
I want to do a thing in response to him being like, what's his name?
Please.
Okay. I want to grab him suddenly. Like, just without him even, on his face and just say, Callum.
Ooh.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
I mean, if you want to intimidate him, you can roll a charisma intimidate.
What about appearance? I'm a scary looking dude. Can I use appearance?
I'll give you appearance too, sure.
What's the difficulty?
Just sixes.
That's no successes.
Oh, wow. That'll work great in the ring, he says to you, completely oblivious to your attempt to intimidate him. Yeah, that's a great persona.
I'm a little bit let down.
I'm actually kind of fired up to see you. When will I get to see him? He says to Gaius.
When is the next game?
Well, daily.
Tomorrow then.
He's on the schedule already. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Roll a
I
manipulation.
give him a sideways glance and just kind of like this look of, really?
Manipulation what?
Subterfuge.
Okay, and do I get anything for enchanting voice?
Does that apply to all social roles or just discipline roles?
No, it's
might be all.
mostly supposed to apply to like social roles that don't involve disciplines. Occasionally disciplines as well, though.
Yeah, then I guess it lowers it by 2, does it not?
I'll look it up. Charisma or manipulation dice rolls involving the use of voice are reduced by 1.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it at a DC of 5.
Shit. One success.
Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out for him then, I guess, he says a little incredulously, but... So, is someone gonna pay me, or...
We don't have the coin yet, but we will. Because Callum will win. Of course.
Well, I can't wait to host a champion. And yet I must, because this isn't my establishment, and so without coin, I'm afraid I can't assist you. My father will be quite cross.
Is your father here?
He is asleep.
So, can I roll self-control?
Why?
Oh shit.
Because I feel like Callum would be like thinking, fuck this guy, and just wanting to just cut his throat with claws. Just rip it out, and just let blood flow. And that's a thing that would be in his mind. And I feel like self-control is a good role to see if he would give into that urge or not.
I mean, this is like a minor speed bump to the road. If this is all it takes, you have to do is self-control. I don't think you're gonna make it, man.
You know what? Go ahead, but not just because this is a difficult situation. And you know what? I want you to add 1 to your DC as well.
Okay, so what DC am I looking at then?
Gaius, looking at Callum momentarily, you catch that small humanoid again. This time it's crawling over his head. It crawls back behind his head and then doesn't reappear.
2 successes, only because I got a 10.
You bite down hard on your lip, drawing a little blood.
Why don't you make yourself useful instead of hiding all the time?
I'm just staring at this guy with, like, hunger in my eyes.
I'm not hiding. I'm right here, he says. And again, still waiting for... What is going on? Is this a joke? Did Antonius put you up to this?
Antonius? Is that the red-headed boy's name?
He doesn't have red hair. He has black hair. Did a red-headed boy put you up to this?
No. We should wake your father. I would like to speak with him.
I'm not going to wake my father for people who told me they don't have money to pay him. That sounds like a great way to get a beating.
I am a Roman Venator of Legio Hispania. I suggest you wake him.
I thought you were a gladiator manager.
I am both.
Oops.
I'm going to call the guard if you don't leave.
Britta will leave.
Should I roll again?
Honestly, Britta hasn't said anything so far, like beyond the initial introduction, so he considers you 2 separate parties. And what are you wanting to roll? Oh, he's asking you to leave and you want to slay him again. Yeah, go ahead and roll, this time at an 8. The small red-headed man crawls out again and he laughs and points at you, Gaius. Then he dances a little jig and flips backwards off of Callum's shoulder. Callum
So
seems nary the wiser.
So it's not that I want to flay him. It's that I really think that his heart would taste really delicious. It's not about his skin. It's about what's underneath. But at the same time, I'm like, he's a bitter person. It's probably not that good anyway. Because I have
Down,
4
you
fucking...
feel like you hate him and you don't know why.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Fuck him. And everything he's involved with, and just like...
The longer you stand here, the angrier you're getting, in fact. The rest of you are starting to feel it too, just the anger emanating from Callum.
He's gonna leave.
The attendant seems to be getting a little frightened too. He starts to back away a little bit, starts edging towards the door.
He's gonna leave. He's not gonna be here, like, all up in his face and shouting at him or anything like that. He's gonna leave the building.
Okay, Callum departs. Does anyone follow?
Guys, you hurt my gladiator's feelings. And then he walks away.
One last time I approached the guy. Say, unfortunately, as a priestess, I have no money on me. The funds are supposed to arrive shortly to enhance the temple district. I was just told to stay here until the next director arrives. Is there any way that you could honor the gods by allowing me a place to rest?
The temple district? You mean the line of statues?
Yes.
There's a That place has a director?
It's going to be facing a lot of renovations, and one of the requirements was to have me come out to bless and begin to care for the site before the building even begins. It must be blessed for a year.
Roll a manipulation subterfuge for me. DC of 6.
Can I use like any other skill? I am not
If you guys keep lying, you will have to keep using that skill. There are other ways of getting your way beyond lying, but so long as you lie, you will use this skill.
Hey, look. Elder vampires all have 5 in subterfuge. Build it up. Even if you start from 0, like me, you gotta start putting points into it.
Right. About 5 points? I got 5, which is a failure, right?
That is a failure, yes.
And this guy is standing alone in this building with me?
So he's out front of the building. The building is presumably occupied by the father he talked about. And he is talking to you just, as two people would talk to one another, with a healthy distance between you two, personal space. Of course, now he looks slightly more interested. Are you one of the... Oh, you're a camp follower. And the whole priestess theme, then.
What do you mean by camp follower?
You're a horde.
Basically, lady of the
I
night.
suppose I am. If you take me to one of your rooms, I could perhaps make it worth your while.
At this, he seems very interested.
No, we could bring the other two just to watch if you're interested.
Charisma and... Seduction's not a skill, is it? What is it?
I have leadership.
You have to use like expression or something.
Is it expression?
Seduction falls under subterfuge.
Performance? I have performance.
Is it charisma subterfuge? Let me look.
Subterfuge makes sense.
Yeah,
Even
it's
kind of scummy to think
What
about.
is performance?
Seducing someone is inherently misleading, so it makes sense that it's subterfuge.
Here, social feats. Oh, it's way more complicated actually. It says variable. Several different roles and abilities. First role is the approach. Appearance plus subterfuge versus difficulty of wit plus 3. So that'll be against a DC of 6. Appearance plus subterfuge.
Two successes.
Okay, so one die is added to the second roll. So each success beyond the first gives you one extra die. So for the second roll is witty repartee.